This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
Hi, I'm Stu Duncan with Kansas State University, the Northeast Area Extension Crops and Soil Specialist, and I'm here at the 2018 K-State Soybean School, sponsored by the Kansas Soybean Commission, Kansas State University, and Channel Seeds over here, speaking at Rossville today. And I just wanted to just add a few words about soybean management and things to look ahead to as we get into the coming season. As most of you growers know, there's not just one thing as we're managing our beans as we look ahead into the season. Many factors will come into play: variety selection, traits, which is of course part of our variety selection, early weed control, planting practices, and some of the cultural tips that we oftentimes will come into as the season rolls along. They can shift and change, and we need to be able to shift and change with them. As we pick a soybean variety, in the northern half of the state, we will want to run from a 3-5 to maybe a 4, early 4 to a mid 4 group. In the southern half of the state, we're generally going to be looking from at the earliest, an early 4 to a late 4, unless we're planting those group 5 indeterminate beans down in the extreme southeast Kansas. We're probably going to want to look at a soybean that's got a proven track record. We always want to try something new. If there's something new out there that's been looking good, we want to look at any kind of a track record we can establish. Oftentimes varieties change so rapidly as they become available to us, but we'd like to look at something, even if you don't have a long track record. We like to look at the K-State performance test. That's the first place I always go, but I also look at company records, and oftentimes I like to see something that has some replicated, I don't care whether it's small plots or large replicated strips from fields, even strip demos at times. You can still get some pretty good information, see how variety performs, but get the most, of course, current data or results that we can get hold of and compare them over several locations. Conditions are going to vary. You'll probably be able to see, and that's one thing with the performance test from K-State. It's from all over the state. You've got a wide variety of soils, planting dates, all those things you can see. In a good year, probably nothing really stands out, but if you can get we will find a terrain over Kansas where you're going to see different extremes that you can run into. Of course, you can go to too much of an extreme, so use some good judgment on that. Also like to look at, again, some of the other characteristics. If you're in the western parts or in some certain areas, if you've seen iron chlorosis before, and we have seen it in eastern Kansas. I'm sitting right now 4 miles from a field that was just really riddled with iron chlorosis 2 or 3 years ago. Whether they can get that remedied or not is beside the point, but it would have benefited those folks to have planted a good high yielding variety. And if it does have some iron chlorosis tolerance, maybe it would have helped, maybe not. In severe cases, a lot of times we've just seen in Kansas research, just go with a good yielding variety. In the part of the world where we're at right now, you might be aware of the cyst nematode resistance you might want to pull out of that performance test. But regardless, check your varieties, check with your seedsman, check with your county agent. All good sources of information for tracking some things down.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.